Morning, it's Barbara. It's kind of a dreary day. It says the sun is out, but it's not. But 30 degrees. It's gonna be in the 30s today. They say Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow, so we're gonna have 6 more weeks of winter, and our meteorologist agrees. So we shall see. Good morning, it's Barbara. Thanks for joining me for coffee. So, I'm going to put my Kiss Proof Liquid Matte in a kind of a purpley color on Oulac, O-U-L-A-C. I had to keep the box because there's like no label of any kind other than the name Oulac on this. So this color is Butterfly Kiss. See what we think. My lips are not even. Did you ever notice that? I guess I've said it before. It feels like this side is not as tall. So, maybe not quite as purple as I picture, but it's a good color. I like it. But how different is it? Than that. This is a little bit pinker. This is my Mary Kay. This is a little pinker than my new one. And this is very shiny and comes off very easily. It's a high gloss. This one is supposed to be kissable, which I presume means that it dries. And it's matte. So it's a completely different lipstick, but the colors are not that far off. You know, they do not give instructions with these things. Although they give ingredients. Look at all those ingredients. Usage tip. Moisturizing lips and wipe away the oil before applying. Before removing, gently massage lips with cleansing oil or waterproof remover. Oh, interesting. I let it wear off. Okay, it's feeling dry-ish. But it's not uncomfortable on my lips like the other one that I bought at the drugstore. So this feels more like, oh, I am smelling something. Oh, let me tell you my smelling story. What am I'm smelling something. Maybe it's lipstick. I'm not sure. We'll see how that goes. So, I've been looking for a moisturizer, as you know. I have my face balm on, my beef tallow face balm. But I had ordered shea butter, and I ordered something with aloe. Aloe? Yeah, aloe. And the shea butter came last night, and I thought, oh, I'll show this, but let me try it. And so I put it on my face, and I realized that it was an ingredient. This is like if you want to make your own face moisturizer or your own moisturizer or body lotion or something and want to put shea butter in it. This was what that is. Just straight up shea butter. It wasn't made into a facial cream like the tallow is a facial cream. But I put it on, and right before I went to bed, and I was in bed for about a half an hour, and I had a blazing headache, and my eyes were watering, and my sinuses were clogged, and I'm like, is this the shea butter doing this? Because it didn't have any scent, but it had a little bit of a smell, if you know what I mean by the difference in that. But it didn't strike me immediately that this was going to be a problem. But after about a half an hour, I had to get up and wash my face. And then I was worried that I got it on my pillowcase and I wasn't going to be able to sleep, but things calmed down and I was fine. But that shea butter went in the garbage this morning. No shea butter for me. Now, I feel like I've used things that had shea butter in them, you know, products that, you know, have shea butter in them, but it went in the garbage. Okay, this lipstick is dry, but it feels fine on my lips, you know. Yeah, so there's more than one way to have dry, matte, kissable lipstick. And this is the good way. And the orange that I got is from NYX is good. But the one I got from L'Oreal, or whatever it was, didn't work. I'm throwing it away. I probably already did. So there you go. That's the beauty portion of our show. Ulac Butterfly Kiss in the kissable matte lipstick. And I really liked the lipstick I got yesterday, which I wore yesterday, which was this one. And it was in Deep Kiss. I ordered Kisses. And I like that one. Now this one is shinier and moisturizing. Moisture Shine lipstick, it's called. So, there you go. So I'm happy with those two lipsticks. The shea butter's in the garbage. And, yeah. Yeah, dry. So there, no lipstick on my cup. No lipstick on my cup. So yesterday we had a house full of people. It was a very lovely get-together. Aura's niece and her fellow came, and her grandson came, and of course Vicky was here. So we had a very nice get-together in the afternoon. Of course, the morning we spent vacuuming and sweeping and... You know, even though Pete and Terry had been here on Monday, it was a Saturday, so needed swept. Our Maisie is shedding like crazy, so she's leaving black locks of hair all over. And there's no, you know, our carpeting in the living room area is light. And when you put a little, you know, sheen of black dog fur over the top of it, it doesn't look very clean. Funny how that works out. So that was yesterday, and then last night we just sat and talked and watched a Vera. Vicky hadn't seen Vera, so she got to see a Vera. And yeah. That's what happened yesterday. I didn't start my new book, and I didn't do any knitting. My arm is feeling somewhat better today, and my knee is feeling somewhat better today, so that's fun. I'm tired of feeling like an old lady. I mean, it really is a drag. So I'm gonna be taking it a little bit easy today. I might try to figure out how to close up the top of my hood, either with a Kitchener ending or a mattress stitch. Both would work, and I think they would both be fine. Certainly a mattress stitch would take less time, let's face facts. But you might see the ridge a little bit on the inside, but the way a hood is going to be settled down, that part would not show, even if I cared not to have a ridge, so I might just do a mattress stitch. The table's clear, so I can just lay the sweater out and mattress stitch that hood. It would take 5 minutes. If I'm going to Kitchener it, it's going to take quite a bit longer. Not that I don't have the time. I do. I have the time. And then, I don't know, if I'm a little bit on a, you know, not rampage. Why can't I find the word I'm looking for? You know, I'm on a, hold on, roll. If I'm on a roll, then I'll just keep going. That word was not coming. I had to sit there and look at Dennis, and he's looking at me like, I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Because he doesn't listen to my vlog while I'm doing it when he's walking around being busy. He was labeling a case of wine, so he was busy. Meanwhile, if I'm not feeling like I'm on a roll, I might pick up the stitches for knitting around the hood. Because it is going to get cold, and we are, according to our weather guy, the groundhog saw a shadow. We're having 6 more months of winter, and our weather guy concurs. So I'm going to need my Montrealer. And I'm afraid that if I don't start working on that now, and it's only 1 or 2 days work, I'm not knitting a lot. In the olden days, it would be half a day's work. And it would be completely done. Although I don't think I have a cord. I have to look. I'm pretty sure I used cord on Isabel's hood. So if I did, then I might have cord. But I don't remember now. OG rats, I'm going to have to go to Joann. I just heard Joann's closing. They were telling me that on the Zoom call, that Joann is closing. They've been in some sort of bankruptcy, I guess, for a while, but I guess I better get over there if I want to get things on the cheap before it's gone. It's a little bit of a shame, because that shopping center that our Joann is, the Joann and the Staples are the only 2 stores that are really, well, it's got a State store at one end, which sells our liquor and wines and liquors. We're in Pennsylvania. We're very backwards. And the other end, all the way far away from Joann, is a Home Depot. But everything else in between, you know, the Christmas store closed. They've got a big thing now. I don't even know what it is. We had a Best Buy in there. It left, you know. So this is not a vibrant shopping center. And if it loses Joann's, that's a shame. But I guess I better go. Get the bargains. I don't need anything. They have lots of paper things and rubber stamps and things. I could look at that, but those are going to be cleared out really quickly. And watercolor pens and things like that, but I have so many of those. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I have a bunch of pictures that are going to need to be framed. I've ordered a couple things, and we have several things here that need to be framed, and I'm not sure what to do. I'm tempted to just go to Michael's and do it, but I'm tempted to take a ride down to the Jersey Shore and talk to Paige the framer. She does beautiful work. And I'm thinking about, I don't know if you recall, several years ago I did this series of stones. It was a picture that Lisa sent me from Ireland, and it was stones. It was, you know, beautiful, but just stones. Just if you looked down at your feet and you were on a stone pathway, it was just the stones. And I painted those stones 5 or 6 times. And I've always thought that I would like to have those 5 paintings. The 6th one I didn't like. The 6th one I added ink to outline it, because I do like a ink and wash. But I didn't like it in the stones as well as I do in other things. So anyway, I have about 5 pictures of stones that I had some idea that I would put them all side by side in one frame. I mean, they're not that big. They're only about that big. So anyway, I have that idea that I might do that and frame one of my pictures. And, or 5 of them. Something that I painted. So I have to figure out, but obviously I'm not going to Joann. But I wasn't anyway. I was either choice between Michael's and a long drive down to the Jersey Shore. It would only be, I would only have to drive one time because she could ship them back to me when she was done. But I would want to take everything down and have, you know, see what she can do and look at her stuff and have a meeting with her about, you know, I was going to say about what I was picturing, but I don't have a clue. But my parents had several pictures, you know, they would get things framed all the time. And it really makes a huge difference having a nice frame and not just, you know, buying a cheap frame at Joann and sticking it in, you know. Christy has this gallery wall on her dining room where she's putting all kinds of stuff. And I have some idea of having a gallery wall at the top of my steps. It's a big plain wall. It used to have a bookshelf on it, but we had to move the bookshelf because of mobility around that area for Aura. And so now it's a big plain wall. And I just have this idea. It would make a great gallery wall. I'm also considering redecorating in the living room and moving the masks. I could make a gallery wall upstairs of the masks and then put art, regular, more conventional art down here. Just, you know, thinking out loud. We'll see. Meanwhile, today, I'm going to take it easy. Vicky's cooking. She's making us Kenyan chicken. And, yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to maybe read, maybe work on my hood. I don't know. I don't have to decide now. So, there you go. But I don't think, Vicky had some plans for lunch, but they fell through. So I think we're just hanging out together today. And, yeah. And the sun's supposed to come out, but so far, no. All right. That's it. I'm gonna go. The Uggs have been decided. I am going to be mailing them tomorrow, I hope. Get them out of my house and go on from there. So I will say goodbye. Please take good care of yourself. What do you think? It's a little purpley. Yeah. Stay safe and stay sane.